Rise and grind, a way of life. I just wanted to get on here and talk to y'all about a few things. The last week or so, I've been dealing with um, the death of my grandmother. Um, and I don't know why. I just expected the worst. I've experienced some pretty bad funerals, deaths in the family that, people just hadn't really prepared for it. And on top of the emotions of losing somebody, it's sad, but I'm very rejoiceful about this experience. Um, I had sat down and had a few conversations with my uncle, who was the one who was like, there was everybody played a part in it, but my uncle was like, had a lot to do with, planning and everything and taking care of my grandmother. And I was so happy to hear that, she had a will and insurance. And I think maybe they might have had to come out of pocket a little bit because the burial she had originally planned um, for some reason she couldn't fit in there. So she had to get an entirely new burial. And I don't really know the details behind it, but it sounded like everything was okay. Like he wasn't really worried about it. Um, and I had a really in-depth conversation with him about the importance of getting insurance. I cannot stress enough how important it is to get insurance. Do not wait till you get 50 or 60 years old to start investing in insurance. Um, Everybody just seemed to be so much more happier. Obviously we're mourning and we're upset because, we lost our grandmother, but I think the most important piece that I personally took away from that was that my grandmother had a will. She had a will. She had, she wanted to be set up a certain way. She had her little crown on that she used to wear for her birthday every year at her birthday party. She had like a veil. I think that's what you call it, like a veil over her. And she had her outfit picked out. I said, I know that's right. Um, but it's really important. Of course, I got to take it to the astrological piece of all of this. I got to add the astrology in. But this is the time for, breaking generational curses and the understanding of what it means for generational wealth and cancer in the past and dealing with issues that come down from our ancestral line and really understanding that, right? And having a bigger conversation about it. Um, and because Cancer is and Capricorn are the north nodes, it's even becoming a bigger understanding and things that people are going to want to work on. And it's a good time to do it, right? Understanding the importance of having a will. I know it's a very morbid conversation to have, but the importance behind it is way more important. Understanding, what kind of life insurances you pick. Um, the younger you start, the better benefits you get. Um, and your health. If you're not in good health, that's also going to make a huge difference on your life insurance. Either way, I thought this was a really good time to talk about becoming the ambassador of CWI, Commonwealth Initiative. Um, they are doing great things about teaching people financially. They have a class that they offer it's called the Round Table, the virtual Round Table, and They also have, for people who are, in the process of starting their own business, the mastermind classes. These are all virtual. You can have access to these classes all online. They're held after work hours. They're not, you know, and taken away from your time in any way. You can do it right from your home, your phone, whatever device you choose to use. They are based in Chicago. I think we're an hour ahead of them, if I'm not mistaken. So, there's that. But for the most part, it's super convenient. I'm going to post the link down below so that you can sign up and attend. You will learn about all of this stuff. It is it is crucial. Your budgeting, financial literacy, and development is probably the best investment in yourself that you can do. And you will get all of that in these classes. You'll see me advertising about it more. I will be blowing up your inboxes. I'm not playing. It's just a good time to have these conversations. Really sit down and talk about the importance of having life insurance, writing down a will, having a budget, teaching your children these things. Do not wait till they get older to start having these types of conversations. These conversations are just important to have as your children are young as they are when they get older. In fact, you might benefit more from teaching your kids at a younger age, and not wait until they get older. Um, it's just, it's a good time to invest in that. I'm currently, this time in general is a good time to invest in yourself, just because the reins and understanding of how that can be done is changing. Like, to go to school and learn something like that, you don't have to do it the traditional way anymore. Like, you got classes you can go to virtually. Come on, like, that's beautiful. And educating yourself and your children in general from home. Like, I currently take my astrology classes that I took were all online through Facebook. Like, I literally had my son sitting right there listening to some of the videos and stuff that I attended. Um, he knows his his sign. I'm working on teaching him his house for his birth chart, and the elements in which is ruled by his sign. Um, I'll be taking a class in another few weeks on coding. And it's a coding apprenticeship. For me, the type of person that I am, the way I learn and understand, I literally have to do something, to um, to understand it fully. Like, I can sit down in a classroom and be taught and understand quite clearly, but I don't like, it doesn't really, really register unless I have the two put together. You know what I mean? And, now those types of things are going to become more popular because everything is going to be done remotely. Like, the coding class I'm taking is literally going to be teaching how to change, like, what is coding doing? Now how you can do the registers on your own. So anything remotely, where you can kind of do yourself type of things is going to become bigger with using technology and stuff. So, as a career coach, these types of things are important to me, and I will be on here talking about it and helping other people understand the importance of it. It's a good time for people, especially people who don't do well in traditional education. So, I hope to see y'all at the round table. Um, and thank you for your time. Peace.